He came up there, a gentleman, he'll be standing here somewhere, handed me this book, and I thought it's actually quite relevant because I was planning to mention this anyway. As you know, I made my maiden speech a couple of weeks ago and it went a wee bit mad. And I mentioned in it, of course, you can keep your rabby buns, we've got Wallace. Now, that was one sentence in that speech, and the rest of it was very political. I actually got my knuckles wrapped off the speaker for it being so political, but anyway. Now, I arrived in my office, and I says to the postman came in, I says, "Richard, what have we got today?" And they gave me this big barrage of letters, and I was like, "Oh, right, okay, somebody's popular, let's see what they are." And they all had the stamps of the House of Lords on them. I thought, "Oh, right, we'll see what's kicking off here." And I had a look at them, and I realised it was all about the maiden speech, and I thought, "Oh, I might have hit through to them, I might have made a political point, I might have cracked a wee nut here." No, I was just inundated with letters of people trying to tell me, "No, you're incorrect, he was not born in Elderslie." I've just read the first couple of pages of this book. We've got William Wallace. It was quite interesting there when Fiona was talking about Scottish education and how Wallace is now being part of that. I was thinking about back to when I was at school recently. And I was thinking back to primary school, and I was looking at, we used to learn about the Jacobites and things like that, and it was always very interesting. But I was thinking, I don't think I ever was really taught about Wallace. It doesn't stand out, and I was thinking, I was always interested in the guy, and I realised it was because my mum and my dad used to take us out, and me and my brother on wee road trips on a weekend or whatever, and we'd go to Stirling or we'd go to Bannockburn, and they would try and get us to think about things and to soak up our culture and soak up our history. And I remember standing, it was just when I was looking at that sword, I remember standing in the Wallace Monument in Stirling, and I don't know if it is his actual sword or not, but that massive one, it's like 5'4" or something. I remember being a wee lassie about 7 and just staring at that and going, "He used to carry that? You're joking? Dad, who is this man? Who is he?" And like that, I was so interested in the guy. I looked into everything about him, and even to this day, I'm really interested in William Wallace. My knowledge of the history is not a patch on these guys, and I would never claim it was. But the thing that amazed me was he wasn't just standing for a cause, he wasn't just a cultural figure, he was also a very mystical figure. How did this man wasn't born up in riches, he was never supposed to be a king or anything of the sort, and yet he went from being an outlaw to being able to command armies on battlefields. How do you do that? Who was this man? And it's something I've always been very interested in. And what we're seeing today is that legacy. We see across the whole of Scotland that people like me look at that name, William Wallace, and they think, who was that man? What did he stand for? What did he give us? And what he's given us is a cultural heritage. What he has given us is a historical heritage. And it's just great that we can appreciate that. And that's why I want to take a wee moment to thank all the guys that put this on, all the guys that come here without fail every year to organise this kind of thing. So I think if we can put our hands together for you. The thing is, as I say, he's a historical figure, he's a cultural figure, and the truth is he's also quite a political figure. And the thing that always sparked my mind about Wallace when I read the history books, Scotland's got a fantastic history. Robert the Bruce, Robert Burns, we've got Mary Queen of Scots, Bonnie Prince Charlie, you name it, we've got it. But the thing about Wallace was, just what I said, he was never fighting to be a king. He was never fighting for land, he was never fighting for riches or anything of the sort. He wasn't a traditional hero. He fought for a cause. And his cause was, yes, independence, but at the heart of that, it was something that Fiona touched on. It was about loyalty. It was about making sure that there was equality in society. It was about making sure that people were heard, that people came first. It was trying to break a system whereby things were dictated to people, whereby things were forced upon people. That's what he was fighting against. And one of the greatest things I've ever read, it was when I was at university, I was reading a book, and somebody said that in politics, there is no new argument. Every single generation fights the same arguments, whether it be about immigrants, whether it be about money or economy, whatever it is. The heart of it, it's the same argument over and over again. And when I look to where we are now, regardless of what political party people are in, I see that we still have the remnants of what Wallace fought for. We still have that movement of people trying to come together to create a fair society, to try and create something better. And it's for that reason that not just historically, culturally, but moreover politically, I think William Wallace is one of the most fundamental figures that we can keep as a nation. And it's so important that we remember that, and that's why it's been a great honour to speak here. Thank you very much for having me along. Thanks, Gordon.